Hi, my name is Madison Tremper, and my patient had an ischemic left side stroke. This affected the patient's right side, resulting in weakness of both the upper and lower extremity. The patient also had decrease of range of motion in the hands, wrist, elbow, and shoulder. My patient really enjoyed doing different sorts of puzzles as well as gardening. Do you have any questions for me?
Who is your client? And what client goal was the focus of your PICO presentation?
So the goal of my PICO presentation was to implement repetitive task interventions so that way the patient can learn how to plant their garden again so they can get back to gardening as well as canning their vegetables.
What were the results of the literature review?
The literature really supported the use of repetitive task training or practice in order to implement ways to increase the patient's range of motion, strength, as the repetitions will help the patient do this, as well as orienting or implementing a task that the patient really enjoys doing as well.
Why did you choose this kit? How does it relate to the occupational performance of the individual for whom it was designed?
For my patient, as I was saying, they really enjoyed gardening and canning, so I figured a task that would implement that as well as doing it in a repetition way would help increase their motivation as well as their strength and range of motion, gross and fine motor skills.
How does this kit integrate best evidence practice to facilitate goal achievement?
This kit best facilitates it as when I am digging in the hole, I am utilizing that range of motion in my wrist, elbow, and shoulder, and then as I place the plants in, that helps me work on fine and gross motor as well as holding on to my shovel to implement that fine and gross motor skill.
What was the impact of the kit when implemented with the client? Did you have to make any modifications? If so, what type?
With this kit, for any modifications that I could use for my client, I could implement ways on creating a bigger grass for my handle for in the beginning to help integrate that grip and then kind of feed it out as we go, as well as I could even weight the handles a little bit more, but other than that, in ways and just to improving it to kind of challenge them, everything else has went pretty well. Thank you, everybody.